It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about Drew Almighty. Now that was kind of, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of nasty. Black influencers are going viral with anti-black content, and I don't know if it's just me or if I just been living under a rock. But it's like, damn, bro, it's something that the meta is talk bad on your own people. Let's get into it and see why these niggas are cooning. Come on.
There's a disturbing trend of black content creators like Anton Daniels.
I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad.
The Hodge twins, the Cartier family, and super weirdos like Andre Williams.
Tired of hearing talk about this past shanty town in the 20s? These act like this was the black version of the NASDAQ.
The world has benefited from colonization. It's been a good thing for less developed peoples. Aboriginals would be sitting in skyscrapers right now if the white people never came to their land.
That are using their huge platforms to push racist, anti-black rhetoric against the black community.
Other races of men, particularly these men, love dark-skinned black women the most. I see white men loving dark-skinned black women the most.
These people are Uncle Ruckuses that have deep-seated self-hatred and bitterness against the black community for whatever reason. And they're weaponizing their skin.
They also have no type of backbone or self-respect, to be honest. They convince themselves they do by, you know, speaking the real truth. But you don't have no type of self-respect if you talking down on your own people like that, especially without bigger solutions, you know? And the type of solutions these niggas be trying to have is just it's like, even that be some weird shit, you know? So, come on.
In colors and their platforms to tear down the black community with attacks disguised as constructive criticism.
You know, I am prejudiced, but everybody's prejudiced. I wouldn't say I'm anti-black. I'm hard on black people. Yeah, y'all need some criticism.
People call me, like, especially a sellout, bro. Like, if anybody's selling out, it's the ones that's attacking me.
Y'all, nigga, aren't you isn't he half black? Isn't them niggas half black? To my y'all? See, in this little shit right there, if I don't give some type of criticism or something, like, yo, we need to lock in. Because you gotta you gotta be a part of the collective. If you're a part of the collective, be a part of the collective, my nigga. But don't be trying to jump in and out of blackness. You feel me?
Typically a trend of violence from one room. Well, we know black people are more violent. We know this.
Make no mistake, these are white supremacists and black and brown skin. They are not like us and they don't like us.
I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it.
But all they're doing in their videos and posts is using white supremacist talking points to attack black people.
Maybe some of y'all's black asses can stay home next time too. Maybe this is a change America needed. Y'all to stay home.
And I feel like it's all of our jobs to call out their ignorance anytime we see it. But I'm Jew, welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
I have no sympathy for anybody. You get what you deserve. Wherever it is that you are in life, that's your bed, sleep in it.
I think everybody should have some type of empathy for somebody else. We don't know how people got to where they are in life, what they had to struggle with, what they had to overcome, what type of family trauma they experienced, or what their upbringings were like.
Yeah, honestly, it's crazy too because I feel like I used to be the type of person I'd be like, man, fuck everybody. Like, nigga, I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. I mean, I was cool. I was still cool people. You know, if you need me, I got you. But it's like, once I started like really researching like history and shit like that, and like really learning about all the past shit that was done that had set things in place now, it's like, damn, how can I not empathize with people in certain situations when it's like, yo, this world is fucked up. Like, I know people say that in passing, but like, this world really is fucked up. Like, the rich is really getting richer and the poor is really getting poorer. And people been hearing that our whole lives, but it's actual reality, you know? So it's like, damn, yeah, I'm gonna feel bad for a motherfucker that I know that health insurance just went up crazy, or that's about to go up hella crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna feel bad for them, you know? And it's like, yeah, he a grown-ass man, though. He damn near in his 40s. So if he don't got it by now, he gonna always be a coon. I ain't gonna lie.
Anything like that. So when you see somebody that may not be successful, that may be struggling, just say, I don't care about you, as your bed laying. It sounds so selfish, but it's extra disgusting when you know he's specifically talking about black people, black Americans in this country. That's who he's referring to when he says he doesn't care about them. He doesn't care where they are in their life, what their circumstance.
You know, it's crazy too. I definitely I had that fuck everybody mindset, get it on your own nigga type of mindset when it's like, I wonder where that came from, but then now it's like, I'm like, yo, I could still be about my own bag and still make sure my people good while not saying fuck everybody. Like, it doesn't have to be forget all y'all, I'm gonna only do what's best for me. But shit, do what's best for the greater good. Cause if you really that nigga and you really gonna produce no matter what situation, you could get it done. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you gotta be put in a particular situation for you to succeed, then it's like, were you really meant to succeed? You know? So yeah, I'm kind of
Sorry, it's their bed, they gotta lay in it. No black person, knowing what black Americans in this country have gone through and continue to go through, should look at anybody else's situation with that type of superiority or disgust.
I don't care where you were born. I don't care where you come from. I see immigrants coming over here every day from third world countries, outworking you, outpacing you, and making you look bad.
From the way he's talking, it just seems like he doesn't identify with the black community. But even his argument about black Americans being lazy and outworked by immigrants, it's just a very tired argument. And it's a narrative fueled by white supremacy talking points. Yeah. Because for one, it's very easy to account for generalized black Americans, right? Black workers consistently experience the highest unemployment rates among all native-born racial groups. The rate is often double that of white workers, a historical trend that has persisted for decades. So when you look at things like unemployment, we can just look at how the black community has been under attack since Trump took office.
591 black books banned in 2025. Entire museum exhibits on black migration and diaspora shut down. More than 6,700 federal data sets erased. From health to housing.
That's crazy,
huh? But there was a federal layoffs.
That's crazy too, because I was talking to someone about like them trying to take down like different black American art pieces and shit like that really show the true history of this country. You know, it's like this country tries to whitewash, you know what I'm saying, everything is done. You know, all the other shit, like it. But I feel like I said, I make these videos or I react to these videos. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no credit. I react to these videos and I post my own videos because it's like, this is for me and it's also for whoever come across this, you know? It's like, yeah, when you're younger, the old head is telling you about, you know, black American shit like that. You're like, yeah, I'm black, but you just going about your day. But maybe it's like, okay, y'all see someone who's younger that's diving into it, you know, because I don't know everything about black history. I'm not going to act like I do. But if y'all see someone who's a little younger diving into it, you could be like, yo, you know what? Why don't I do my own research too? Maybe these schools were lying to me. Maybe it's just more than slavery, Jim Crow, segregation. Maybe there's more history to it. So, yap session over.
Hit agencies that employed a high number of black workers, mostly women at that, losing something around like 300 or 400,000 jobs. Or things like this administration rolling back DEI, which aims to make the job market a fair playing field. Because we know when it comes to hiring practices, white people will usually hire white people. And if white people are always in the positions of power in companies and agencies, then they will hire more white people than anything else. It doesn't matter how qualified or overqualified a black candidate is if they're up against a white candidate, even if they're underqualified. But people like Anton Daniels,
and I keep pausing, but fuck it. You know, it's crazy. I was talking to someone. About like, you know, all the things they put in place in front of black people and stuff like that. You know, and this dude, he was a nigga from Bulgaria. You know what I'm saying? But he grew up in America. Long story short, we kind of came to the same end point of like, I was telling him all this stuff that was put in place, and he like, you know, well then sometimes you just gotta work harder. But that's like, you see, that's the problem right there. If we both lined up, you know what I'm saying, we're both even, skin color shouldn't play a role in it. You know, I shouldn't have to be overly qualified to work the same job that you underqualified for, you know? And I wasn't saying that necessarily like that's our particular situation, but I was just saying in general, that's crazy, right? That's crazy to say that out loud, but black people have been told this since we're young, like, yo, you gotta be better, you gotta be better than the best. You got everything you do, you gotta be excellent, you gotta be twice as good. Where and these other motherfuckers get told, just do your best and you will get exactly what you get in life. You know, just try your best. But as a black person, just try your best ain't enough, my nigga. You gotta, you know, and they make it that way on purpose.
Conveniently and consistently act like that's not a thing. See, when they use this immigrant versus black American talk, there are nuances that they don't bring up. They just use these general terms. The term immigrant covers a wide range of experiences. For example, black immigrants, African and Caribbean, had the highest unemployment rate among all born groups in some analysis. There's a significant debate among economists about how immigration impacts Black American employment. Some studies suggest a correlation where a rise in low-skilled immigration can depress wages and employment rates for low-skilled native-born workers.
Okay.
A disproportionate number of them are Black men. And that's not hard to put two and two together, right? If there's cheap labor immigrating from outside the country, companies will hire those immigrants, pay them half of what they would have had to pay American-born citizens. And this sends those American-born workers, namely Black Americans, to the unemployment line. And the argument to that a lot of people put up is that immigrants don't take Black jobs. The real issue is Black workers face race-based discrimination and systematic disadvantages, which again, Anton Daniels won't acknowledge. Black Americans, even with similar skill sets, often face more difficulty finding jobs due to discrimination compared to other groups, while immigrants tend to be disproportionately represented in certain sectors like service and construction. U.S.-born Black men have seen their share in these fields decrease as immigrant representation has grown. It's not that Black people are lazy. It's not that we're not trying to work. You can't ignore all.
That's right. These niggas that act like motherfuckers just sit around trying to be broke. Bruh, you think people are just like, what? That's so weird. It's like they have this. How do you convince yourself a group of people, a whole ethnicity, race, are just overall lazy? Like, how did that even make sense? You get like it takes critical, that don't even, that just pissed me off.
Going against Black people when it comes to employment, where there's discrimination and racism blocking opportunities, employers choosing to pay immigrants less than what they would have to pay American citizens, or even when Black people do find employment, they still face racism, discrimination, racial pay gaps, and usually a lack of upward mobility.
I don't care about your reparations. Listen, I don't care if you ever get it. As a matter of fact, I'm advocating against it because it's going to fuck up my dollar and make inflation go out of control, and so I don't want them to pay you. I don't want you to have nothing.
Nah, this nigga crazy, Cooning. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely used to watch some of his videos, but I'm like, I never peeped the coonery. And you know what? That's on me. That's on me. I take accountability. I didn't peep the coonery when I was watching it. You know, I wasn't even putting two together. You know, niggas done convinced me. I thought he was just holding them accountable. But now looking back on it, it's like, damn. But this is why you had to go do your own research. When I didn't do my research, I was like, okay, he kind of makes sense, But then I look back on it, it's like, we need that. Need that as in like, nigga, that's rightfully ours. Like, what you mean? So, damn. That really tells you, man, open up a damn book, bruh.
And don't give these motherfuckers nothing.
To advocate against Black Americans getting reparations, which were promised to them after slavery, 40 acres and a mule, is crazy work. And I'm one of those people that I don't even like talking about reparations because it's something that'll never happen, even though I think it's owed to the Black community. Just like America paid a bunch of other people reparations, just not Black people. Due to his family being immigrants, he wouldn't be entitled to reparations in the first place. But for him to personally say he doesn't like the idea of reparations.
Yeah, them niggas on that, they never get him. They probably won't. They definitely less than 10% chance. Less than 10%, man. Because that's gonna force them to acknowledge all the shit they did. That's gonna be a physical, monetary thing of like, yo, we did that. We were actively trying to, bring y'all down. And for them to admit that, you're asking a lot from the United States government, bruh.
Because it's going to impact his pockets. It's some selfish, anti-Black Uncle Ruckus bullshit. That's such a disgusting crab-in-the-barrel mentality that losers like Anton Daniels have. If somebody else gets something, that's going to affect me. You should be happy when Black people succeed and achieve, period.
It's crazy, too? This is somebody big homie. This is somebody big bro. This is my mentor, right? Your mentor is someone who who doesn't care about the betterment of his people. Like, what? Man, these niggas be wild.
This is the same goofball that defended MAGA going on HBCUs and tried to demonize the Black students there.
This is a fucking nerd.
And if this is what they are teaching at HBCUs, they are bad and it's a horrible job in educating and teaching young people of tomorrow how to conduct themselves and actually supporting and upholding prejudice, bias, and racist views that does not have any place in society and is one of the reasons why we need to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion and start making it merit-based.
He is anti-black to the core. But then you got losers.
When was it ever merit-based? That's what I'm starting to realize too. Like, yo, a lot of these, now I'm gonna say a lot, but damn, these people do not be qualified for shit that they be in office for. Like, these people preach merit-based, but they will vote, they will vote for niggas that shouldn't even be working at McDonald's. But you trust that nigga to lead your state, your country. You know, but it's only merit-based when they feel like there's too many niggas of color getting in. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, these niggas love nepotism, all that shit, bro. Don't let these niggas trick you thinking it's merit-based, bro.
Like this on Twitter, but I can't even show you the original post because he deleted it because it was that atrocious. But basically, he put up a tweet praising and sucking off DJ Vlad of all people for how he set up his business, paying for interviews and benefiting off black culture, and then said black people could never set up a business like Vlad.
And he said that?
Which is why I posted this. If you want to praise somebody or give somebody credit non-black, then do that. You don't have to shoot at or throw black people under the bus to make a point. And all of these anti-black people do that. By the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet. Then you got another tweet like this. The math ain't math, and Black Friday spending hit $11 billion, a 9% increase, the highest in years. Meanwhile, EBT community swore up and down they weren't shopping. So maybe, just maybe, the folks yelling we're not spending money don't actually have the financial impact that they think they have. Because clearly America kept shopping with or without them.
In other news, Black Friday shopping actually increased by 9% and $11 billion spent. And I didn't see one video of fighting, acting a fool, or anything foolishness going on. So maybe some of y'all's black asses can stay home next time.
Oh, nah, this nigga crazy as fuck. Nah, this nigga crazy. I thought he was going to keep it as like a little, like, you know what I'm saying? As like a, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But he openly talking about keep y'all black asses home? Nigga, if they seen you in that same exact fit going to shop, they're calling the police on you. Oh, you don't know that. Oh, you do know that though. But you think you just won't be in that situation. That's what it is. You just feel like, I just won't ever be in a situation in which my race would play a major factor in the outcome of it. Your race already did play a major factor. Because if you wasn't, matter of fact, I was going to say if he wasn't black, he would be saying this. But I don't know. Maybe he feel like I feel like maybe he feel like just because he black, he could just talk all this shit and no one going to say nothing. That's usually how it goes. They be like, yo, since I'm black, I can say what I got to say. But it's like, nah, nigga. We can see through that shit, man. Well, I'm starting to see through it, but other niggas see through it.
Maybe this is a change America needed. Y'all to stay home.
The dead giveaway when you want to know if somebody actually fucks with black people or not is how they talk about them. They're not identifying as a black person themselves. Period. The fact that he won't say, maybe he's too dumb to put together, is the increase to Black Friday revenue is due to inflation and nothing else. Online sales of Black Friday jumped 9.1%. Average selling prices were up significantly, while order volumes and items per checkout were down. This means people were spending more money to get fewer products. It's quite simple. Trump 2028. They will make up whatever bullshit they can to detract from the black community. So many people outside of the black community, outside of black Americans, have opinions and choose to speak and make all of their platforms and content around discussing the black community. This is a guy that got known from his Amanda Sales or Sales debate, however you say her name.
Oh, that one nigga.
And he's one of those people that makes all his content around the black community, what we're doing wrong, what we need to do better. But he's not a black American. He's not in our community to even be discussing it. The most heinous act is telling the black community that change is needed. Apparently, this warrants my murder. There's no we, homie. This is not a...
We is crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Ha! We? Nigga, we don't know you.
This is not a group project. You from Angola. Thank you.
I've been getting ostracized, and my crime, apparently what I am guilty, is saying that we need to improve the black community in multiple different ways.
I nigga ain't got no type of lineup with a fro. And it's not one of those things in which he just letting his hair grow out. I know that he just don't get lineups. I could tell.
Culture, specifically in reference to gang culture, hip-hop, all those things.
You don't know our culture. You're not from our culture. All of these people only know what they see on TV or media, which isn't an accurate reflection of black people or the black community. They think every black neighborhood looks like First 48.
Those areas need improvement, if not complete reformation, and that we do not need reparations. Black people in America do not need reparations.
Again, he's not a we. He's not a Black American or in this culture. So he and Anton Daniels can both shut up. They don't need to speak about reparations because it doesn't impact them or their kids. He would never say Jewish people didn't need reparations. He would never say Asians didn't deserve reparations, which I think they got as recent as 1988. But when it's a Black community, everybody
else eat but Black people, bruh. That's how this government shit go. Man, hey, you hungry? Here go a plate. You hungry? Here go some bread, my nigga. Here go some pizza. You know what I'm saying? Here go some water. They leave us starving. Like, yo, that's like you working a whole 8-hour shift with no lunch, no nothing, straight through. But then the new coworker, he give 4 breaks. Or 3 breaks, however else you want to go about it. It's like, damn, nigga, like, yo, I've been working hard for this long. It's like, yeah, shut up, nigga. Yeah, whatever, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how they do us. But that's why we gotta fight back. That's why you gotta stand firm on your 10. That's why when you see a coon, call out a coon. That's my new thing. See a coon, call out a coon. Straight up.
Has an opinion that we don't deserve shit.
Now, I said that, and that equals you should get the Kirk treatment, all of this sort of stuff. Imagine having that much hate or being so upset at someone who just said, yeah, we need to improve certain areas of our communities.
It's not we, it's not our. You're not in our community. Because people are outside of the community, they don't understand what Black people do every day to improve the community.
Facts though.
There are good Black people in all different communities across the United States that wake up, make sure their kids get to school, go to work all day, pick up their kids after school, go to after school activities, practices, scrimmages, games, whatever it is. That is the Black community.
They got mentors. They got people out here that's, you know, spreading the good word on the streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's cause, man, yeah, it's so weird. Like seeing this, it's like, damn, bruh, you really like pathetic, you know? Like you really sorry as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like a lame ass nigga. It's crazy.
Community. They talk to other Black people there. They attend each other's events. That is Black community. Just being a good, stable, functional person in the Black community is you doing your part. Helping out relatives and friends when you can. Giving back when you can. If you go to church or any other community groups and you sow seeds in the community, that is us doing our part to uplift the community. They always talk about gangs and Black on Black violence, which is a thing, but it is not the thing that defines the Black community. This is literally our culture.
I have to discuss the socialization of anti-Black sentiment throughout the diaspora. Black American culture is unique and has developed in America over the last 400 years. So why is this dance considered traditional and cultural for you, but twerking for us couldn't be a part of African American culture? Black spirituality and worship in the Black church has been a central and vital institution in Black American life, acting as a hub for community, social justice, and spiritual support. Black American spirituality, Louisiana voodoo, and hoodoo, which developed from the Middle Passage and thrived during our time here on the plantation, is a direct result of our African origins coupled with our new existence here.
But they don't want us to know this. They don't want us to know this because the thing is like this. Because there's people out there that's active. There's people out there that knows this information and they're just being coons. Like, okay, those people, they're already done. They're done for. If they were a different skin tone, their whole day would be better. Their whole life would be better. So we don't give a fuck about them. But there's people out there who don't know this, right? So they just also go with the narrative of, yo, like, maybe we are just fucked up from our own doing. Like, maybe we just really can't do shit right. But it's like, nah, bro. There's some other shit that you gotta learn. There's some other shit you gotta research, you know? And then it becomes, okay, there's 2 groups of people left. You got the people that know this, who's also gonna stand firm. And then you got the people that's gonna be ready to learn. Like, you gotta be ready to learn and really dive into your history because they don't want you to know it. Because if you know your history, you most likely gonna choose to stand with your people. And the more that we are united, the better we stand.
In America, soul food, which can be traced back to the culinary practices of enslaved Africans in the American South, blending African traditions with European techniques, inspiration from the natives, and ingredients and cooking methods available during slavery. It's unique to Black American. Our value systems are family and community. We have collectivistic values, placing a strong emphasis on family closeness, community bonding, and solidarity is a core value in art, which is the most exported and consumed and marketed part of our culture. From the Harlem Renaissance to today, Black Americans have made immense contributions to the arts, visual art, our dances, our music, which have been consumed globally for the last century.
But they ignore the good parts.
Hey, we be doing hella shit, bro. Hey, I love my people, bro. We be doing hella shit. These niggas that have you thinking all we do is kill people. No, bro. We be doing we do some stuff. Don't let them think that you just another person, bro. You come from a special place, my nigga. If you're a Black American watching this, bro, you come from a special place. Remember that. You know what I'm saying?
Only want to highlight the negative parts. That's why they don't deserve a say in our community or our business.
Yep.
Using our platforms like I try to do with mine to highlight the good things in the Black community and check goofy speaking on us that don't know us. I'm doing my part to educate, motivate, and better the Black community.
Yes, sir.
And then you have people like this using their Black skin again to highlight and praise whiteness while shitting on Black people.
People wanted to jump down my throat when I said that other races of men, particularly these men, love dark-skinned Black women the most.
Okay.
And not only am I here to double and triple down on what I said, but I'm also...
But how you know? But how you know, though? Like, we know there's definitely, like, you know, colorism and stuff like that throughout the world. You know, it's also some in the Black community. I don't know how much it is nowadays. I definitely know back then from my mom tell me about how when she grew up, it definitely was a lot of colorism in the Black community. So it's like, nigga, are you just saying that because you seen some people on IG with a Black woman and a white dude posting and she was dark skinned? Or do you actually have a decent argument? Come on.
Here to say that I am not fully pro-Black. I am pro-Black woman. There is a big difference.
Kick rocks. You can't be half pro-Black. That's not how that works.
A lot of times, like, Black men will come into the comments making all these defenses and all these things, but like, what we have to understand is a lot of the pro-Black ideas were created by men who were misogynists, and I don't agree with that.
What ideas is she talking about? She won't get into details about anything that she's referring to.
50s and the 60s who...
What is it?
Led the civil rights movements and all that stuff, but a lot of them were really misogynist. I love MLK, but he cheated on his wife with a lot of different women.
Men of all races and ethnicities cheat, including the white men that she praises throughout this video. How she's using that to justify her being pro-Black women.
Damn, that nigga did cheat, huh? Damn. It's good though. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like he said, people from every race, ethnicity cheat, bro. Don't try to make it seem like only Black people cheat. Yeah, don't do that, bro.
But anti-Black men makes no sense.
I've heard horror stories about the Black Panthers.
What horror stories and where did she hear this from?
So my Black idea is not architected by men, and it never will be. Now, I'll be honest, most of the books that I've read, like I've read Roots, I've read Copper Sun by Sharon Draper, but I haven't read a whole lot of Black literature. So if you have Black literature that is created by liberated Black women who are not male-centered, I would love to read it.
So she's getting on camera with an anti-Black man sentiment, saying that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She hasn't done any research or read any books, but she's sharing this pro-white man.
Nah, she say hella shit though. She ain't read no books, but she damn anti-Black man, all type of shit. Like, yo, you're weird. Yeah, you're a weirdo. Wow.
Opinion, an anti-Black man opinion based on random conversations that she's had with who knows who and no research.
Because I do recognize that I need to work on my ideas, but I stand by what I said.
Saying that she doesn't know what she's talking about. She hasn't done any research, but she's sharing this pro-white man opinion and anti-Black man opinion.
I see white men loving dark-skinned Black women the most. When I traveled to Asia and I saw interracial couples, the women who got to wear their hair exactly how they wanted to wear their hair and still look beautiful and still feel beautiful, every single one of them, their 4C hair, every single one of them had a white man on their arm.
Whatever, but nothing beats Black love. For her to use a trip that she took to Asia of all fucking places as the basis of her opinion that white men love.
Yeah, what the fuck? What? And how you know that the person with a different type of hair texture that's also Black didn't want to wear their hair that way that they chose? Like, what? Bitch, shut up. Just shut up.
Black women better. It's stupid.
And I'm not here to say that that's the best form of love that a Black woman can experience, but what I am trying to say is, like, the stats are not looking good for black men.
People just be talking out of their ass, and it really does frustrate me. Black men in the United States overwhelmingly marry black women, who are the most common spousal race by a large margin. Approximately 79 to 88% of married black men are married to black women.
Yeah, like what? Man, you had these niggas tell it. You're lucky if you see a brother with a black woman. You let them tell you that, it's like, damn, bro. That's why I always said. They'll be like, oh man, these athletes, yo, they always dating. Why all the athletes go for it, this, that. It's like, bro, that's just the ones they show. Most of these niggas got black women, got black wives, black kids, all that shit, bro. Like, don't let this social media shit cook your, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just take a step back, like, hold on, am I tripping? Like, you know, like, it may look a certain way, but it's not always the way it seems.
What stats is she talking about?
Get mad in the comments, and you want to talk about how I'm whitewashed and whatever.
Whitewashed.
I'm half African, half African American from Memphis, Tennessee.
No, you're not whitewashed. You're just a coon. It's a difference.
I know my history, I know my culture, and I'm here to say that I am not
just because she read Roots once doesn't mean she knows her history or culture.
In taking leadership from a black man.
Damn, I gotta read Roots, but I'm reading They Said We Were Free, or They Said It, some shit. It's it's this book about the Holocaust and shit, bro. I'm reading that one.
I am not interested in taking pro-black leadership from a black man. I don't believe in that. Now, one black man I think I can get behind is Malcolm X. From what I've heard, I can tell that he really loved black women. And I recognize that. I want to get more into his literature, but I am not willing to.
Malcolm X would have cooked her ass. What? If she would have came in front of him talking about white men love black women better, do you know what Malcolm X would have said to her?
Change what I know in my gut is true to fit.
That nigga looked at her like she was crazy. What the fuck you just say to me?
What I think a black man desires. Like, y'all are not loving dark-skinned black women the way that y'all should be.
Well-spoken and confused is a dangerous combination. How are you pro-black while praising white men and tearing down black men?
Damn, that nigga Joe might be on Twitter, don't he? Hey, that nigga be on that bitch.
You care about black people and you're actually trying to help black people, then make that your platform. How about positive black stories? How about anything good that the black community is doing? How about you talk about black achievements or how we have progress even with all these things against us? But that's not what they're interested in, because that's not what gets views on their posts, videos, or tweets. They want interaction. They want engagement. They want to build their following. And they're doing that by feeding into anti-blackness and black American hate. Like I said at the beginning, I think it's all of our jobs to check this when we see it. Because if not, these people will succeed in building brands off hating black people. And I think that's disgusting. But shout out to my...
And they have no shame about it too. And they're going to keep doing it unless they are checked. Love yourself. All right? You black for a reason. You here for a reason, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And whatever time you got on earth, make sure you cherish it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stand for something. You know, if I'm going to stand for anything, I'm going to stand for being black. Straight up. Like, this one lap is going to be because I'm black, bruh. To the end. So with that, if you see a coon, call out a coon. I'm gone. Peace.